Sometimes I look at my electric devices like my phone or laptop and think about the batteries that keep them powered. Those devices have lithium-ion batteries in them, right? Lithium-ion batteries, yes. Do you know what makes it possible for lithium-ion batteries to be rechargeable? If my memory serves me correctly, that would be cobalt. Indeed, that would be cobalt. And do you happen to know where most of that cobalt comes from? Yes, I actually do. Most of the world's cobalt comes from the Democratic Republic of Congo in Central Africa. Almost all that cobalt is mined by artisanal miners, so all that mining is done by hand. But the established mining companies don't even pay those miners a fair wage. I see. We're led to believe those miners make about $7.65 per day. The DRC has a legal minimum wage of $4.20 a day, but in reality, most make far less. We're talking about thousands of people working for pennies on the dollar. All those metric tons of cobalt, imagine the profits. DRC's global cobalt production was about 68% in 2022. Right. In that year, the DRC produced about 130,000 tons of cobalt. A massive number, especially if you know that in 2022, cobalt sold for $81,860 per metric ton. You've seen the numbers. But child labor is worked into those numbers because children mine to feed their family. Oh yes, I've seen video footage about that. It's terrible. Cobalt mined by children easily mixed with cobalt that has been mined responsibly. But buyers don't care. Not at all. Those buyers just want the best price. We are talking about billions of dollars here. Do you know who has control over the DRC's cobalt mines? I've read that China controls over 80% of the DRC's cobalt mines. Of the 19 cobalt operations in the DRC, 15 of them are owned or co-owned by Chinese entities. Right on point. All that reading does you well. It does. Too bad I don't read how the informal nature of the mining sector is formalized, or that the DRC has regulations, permits, and safety standards in place. I see what you're saying. Peep this. Both the DRC and China are members of the United Nations, but China also participates in United Nations decision-making in regards to the DRC. China invests heavy in the DRC's mining sector, suggesting that all those investments would be key to the DRC's economic growth, but China's involvement in the cobalt industry and infrastructure projects only worsen the DRC's stability. China's Machiavellian rule is fueling more conflict. Indeed, at the same time, China is the largest contributor of troops to the United Nations peacekeeping missions in the DRC, and so far, they've deployed a small army of peacekeepers to protect all those mines. In 2020, an estimated 40,000 children are working in cobalt mines in the DRC. Where is an organization like UNICEF? Well, UNICEF is the United Nations Children's Fund. UNICEF is part of the United Nations. The United Nations was formed for global governance, so they're all in cahoots to fix prices and stifle competition in the cobalt mining industry. Fix prices and stifle competition in the cobalt mining industry. Say it as it is. Okay. China is robbing the DRC of its minerals, disguised in the United Nations peacekeeping mission.